up for a good ghost story? I'm sure at one time or another you've heard of some really good ghost stories, and as you get older you start to take them seriously after having some experiences of your own or of a close family, relative or friends who wouldn't lie about such things. But who are ghosts? Are they just a fiction of our imagination, or is there something more to them? Well, let's dive into the metaphysical aspects of ghosts. Thanks for coming on to our channel, Metaphysical Awakening. I'm Aya, for those who are new to this channel, and I'm a metaphysical practitioner along with my mom, Hitomi. And we do offer consultations for anyone seeking to gather information about themselves. We have a look at your energy frequencies to see traits that many people may fail to see. Not all of our attributes are displayed so openly that even our closest friends or family members see them. They may display themselves during duress or emotional hardships, but we are here to provide you with information that may help you dive deeper into yourself and show you what's underneath all those layers. And what we find, deep within you might surprise you, but at the same time may confirm what you've been feeling all along. So if you're interested in having a consultation with us, feel free to have a look at our consultation page, and I'll make sure to leave a link to that below in the description. So we hope to hear from you soon. Now, you may be wondering, what is metaphysical? Would ghosts qualify as something that is considered metaphysical? Well, yes, I believe. Remember, the metaphysical is what is beyond the physical. So our senses such as taste, hearing, touch, sight, and smell are considered physical, but may have a reaction to what's metaphysical. Individuals tend to experience a hair-raising tingling sensation when they see a ghost or feel a presence in the room, or feel a sudden drop in temperature in the room, or they may feel someone touching them, and some even said they got burnt when they saw an entity around them. So yes, we can be affected physically by something or someone's energy, which is metaphysical. So who are ghosts and where do they come from? Well, I'm sure those who believe they exist have often wondered who they are, what they are. And after listening to some accounts, I decided to focus on a short documentary called The Undeparted, which I'll leave a link to down below in the description. And for those who get freaked out easily by ghost stories, I don't recommend it. There were parts that were excessively dramatic for my taste, but at least we get the story of what's taking place there. For those who don't get scared easily, will probably want to check it out. Check out the short documentary yourself before finishing the video, and try and see what you make out of the situation. Now, the highlight of the documentary, I believe, was when a tree fell down just in time for the filmmaker to get the shop owner out of harm's way. And this took place when he thought it would be safer to tell her that her house was still haunted. They had previously requested help from these two very nice ladies who did their rituals to dispel the house of negative type beings, and one even sent them to the light in the basement, and we'll actually get to that ghost. So going back to the tree that fell down, which is highly suspicious of foul play, because the filmmaker had planned to speak to the lady about how the place is still haunted, and he thought that going outside, away from the house would be safer. Well, ghosts, they have access to you no matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're in a shop or a supermarket in the candy aisle, they can have access to you anywhere. But one thing they cannot do is control your mind. They don't have access to your train of thought. And what I mean by this is that they cannot control the way you think. So if your house or wherever is haunted or actually possessed, and the reason why I would say possessed is because they took possession of your home, I would recommend them probably to move out. I feel that it's better to move out because They now feel it's their home and they're likely to stay. Some don't feel the need to share the space with anyone. They can be quite selfish about their space. I mean, how many of us have heard of homes that are haunted by ghosts or possessed, and it's been like that for years, maybe even centuries. So yes, they can stay as long as they want, is how I feel, or what I feel from it. Now, in this case with the antique shop owner, well, actually the antique shop, whoever was in the basement, this person, this ghost, did not want to share that space. He stays in the basement where he feels at home and he feels comfortable. The other parts of the house seem to be shared by many other ghosts who seem to be quite content with the way it is, except him. Now, he is, I believe, the one who made the tree fall. He was upset about what they were trying to do, which is basically to kick him out of the house, and that was not cool for him. He appeared to be upset at the fact that he was uninvited, to the house. Now, what did the lady do down there? Well, she was using a ritual of her own to dispel him from the house. Now, what I felt was that in a way, there was this feeling of superiority or righteousness from her towards him based on his negative attitude. And so, this of course put him off in a bad way. He doesn't see himself as such, and in a way went on a rampage. That's what I felt from him, and that really gave me a different look at the situation, actually. It was completely unexpected. So in the latter part of the video, we see the antique shop owner getting some type of energy work where the nice lady was removing anything negative attached to her. Now, this part was really cool because you could see that she got a sense of release from it, or relief. When feeling into this particular energy work that was being done on her, I felt that what she was removing were frequencies that were bogging her down and causing all sorts of physical and emotional stress on her body. I felt that she had held on to them for so many years and they affected her physical and mental health. Holding on to these negative emotions can hinder us from doing many things in life. It is always good to get energy work done on ourselves to free ourselves from negative emotions that we carry. They keep us, they keep us from having mental clarity, being happy and productive, and so much more. So, being relieved from them can help us be more of who we are. In that part of the video, I saw an entity that was in the room at the time they, were filming it. She did feel a relief, from the years of emotional stress and burden hanging on her. But the entity that was there, who was floating around, is quite possessive of her in the way that he felt he was the right man for her, kind of feeling. Even had an attitude towards her husband for whatever reason. But anyway, he was there hanging around as they were cleansing the house of, negative spirits. Well, let's get into ghosts and who they are. Ghosts, I believe, are real people like you and I, but in spirit form, they're not in physical bodies like we are. We are spirits walking around in physical bodies, unfortunately with very limited, capabilities due to the bodies that we're in. But there's a reason for that. For one, our DNA is not made with the capabilities that handle all the data we have as spirit in, the physical brain. Our brain would probably go haywire. On top of that, we ourselves are much older than we think. We go way back in time we have never even heard of. Therefore, our bodies, with its limited capabilities, would not be able to handle all the information or frequencies that we carry. We do what we can do with these bodies, basically. Now, moving along, ghosts, I believe, are a species of spirits. And I don't even know if species is the right word, but we're going to go with that. But there are species of spirits that we're not familiar with. They've been around for a long time, much longer than what you and I can date back in human history. I feel that they are broken shards of what you and I would call spirits. They had been, they had broken off of someone at one point in the person's life, whether in physical bodies or not. And what they do from here on out is up to them. If they want to go to the other side, they can. If they want to stay here, they can do that too. But what they cannot do, I feel, is go into a body. Why not, you may ask? Because they are not equipped with all the complex series of frequencies that we're all made up of. Therefore, they're not equipped to be in a body. Imagine a ghost that you hear about haunting or possessing a house day in and day out, basically doing the same thing while in body. Not the most genius thing to do, really. So they're not meant to go into bodies like you and I feel. And we don't want to get, we don't want to be bombarded by ghosts. And what I mean by that is that they can have an impact on our day-to-day living situation. Imagine what's going on in the antique shop. These are strange experiences or encounters. It's not easy having a normal day there. Plus they get customers who also feel that something is going on. So it has an impact on their, in this case, their day-to-day living. Now, I, for one, wouldn't want a situation where I'm bombarded by ghosts. I wouldn't like to be kept up at night, like some that I've heard about or messed with when I'm trying to fix something. There was a mention of, I think it was her husband who was working on his car, and he heard a child's laughter in the corridor, which surprised him because, he doesn't have a young child in the house. So some freaky stuff can go on when you have ghosts in your home. But as you can see or will see in the short documentary, there are many kinds of ghosts. Good ones, nice ones, rude ones, and down straight evil ones. But I find that they're all people, not one better than the other. And what I mean by this is that they have the right to be there. Now, you may be watching this and thinking, what the heck do you mean, Aya? Shouldn't the bad ones be kicked out and forced to, I don't know, hell or someplace like it? Well, I'm not the one, I'm not the one to place judgment on them. All I know is that once a house is possessed, it's hard to kick them out. It doesn't matter if they're good ones or bad ones. They will stay as long as they want for their own good. They have no place else to go. For them, they consider it their home, and some are willing to share the space and enjoy the company. Others may not be so willing, but all in all, they'll stick around if they want to. Now, there are individuals who have had exorcism take place in their home, or some kind of ritual related to cleansing the home of negative spirits, and some seem to work, but really what I'm getting is that those spirits left on their own initiative. They just got tired of being told to leave, so they go to another home to possess. So it's not really getting rid of them in the sense of sending them to hell or some higher dimension or whatever. They just left because they're tired of the BS. I don't know, what can I say? I can only go by what I, felt from these accounts. That's, basically the simple explanation of ghosts, when really they are, spirits, but a broken piece of a spirit. The mental complexity that we're made up of is not the same as what you'll feel from a ghost. You can feel something different there. But anyways, tell me what you think, and if you have any good ghost stories, please share one in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. But I hope the information that you find here is interesting to you. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That basically helps, the videos to get out there. So, we thank you so much for your support in that way. I want to kindly remind you to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can be notified of any new videos that will be coming your way. Feel free to check out our website and browse through the stones page along with the metaphysical properties and consultation page too, with the different services that we offer. So I'll leave the link to those below. And we thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you have a beautiful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Thanks so much. Take care and be happy and be kind to yourself. Treat yourself to something good and positive for your mind and body. How about a 5 to 10 minute meditation or 5 minutes of energy work on yourself? Enjoy the day. Take care, everyone. Bye.